Hi folks, we're here in Liverpool today. It's our question time demonstration. Now, you might wonder why we're here. Well, basically it stems back to our appearances or lack thereof on question time. We've had a little bit of hassle with the BBC lately, and you might have seen the video on our website with our bit of payback for them. Now, it's a bit of a problem with the BBC that they won't let our elected politicians on there. They'll have every waif and stray from humanity on there, and indeed sometimes not from humanity, but they won't let our elected politicians who have been elected by the people appear on their programme. So we're here to do a demonstration against that. We've been giving out leaflets today with the chronological timeline on it as to how they've changed the goalposts as to whether we're allowed or not allowed to appear on their programme. So we're going to go there later. We're going to protest outside of their building. We've been in the town centre today. We've been giving out a leaflet, and hopefully we're raising awareness of the truth behind the BBC, which is the fact that it's full of paedophiles, child rapists and thieves and murderers. Now, I've got Mike Whitby here. Mike's been working hard to organise this demonstration with myself and Central Party, so I'm just going to ask Mike a few questions. Mike, good day today in the town centre. How do you think that went?
Fantastic, mate. Lovely day for it as well. We got a good reception. We brought 3,500 leaflets, and I think just about 3,000 of them have gone. So in a few, two hours? Fantastic going.
Yeah, it's not bad, and the people of Liverpool are quite receptive. I mean, you do get the odd one who seems to have been brainwashed, but for the vast majority of people, they seem pretty down to earth.
Well, they are. You know, Liverpool is tainted in many areas of being a lefty city. It's only lefty in regards to the councillors that run the place. The vast majority of the people think exactly the same way we do. You know, they don't like multiculturalism. They certainly don't like mass immigration. Yeah, we've all got friends of mixed race, but a small amount of them no one's concerned about. But when we're absolutely flooded with them the way our country is now, most people don't like that. And that's why they're happy to take the leaflets. Some of them take them furtively. Oh, we can't let anyone see me taking a BNP leaflet, but they still take it and they'll have a read of it.
So here we are. People say, well, there's no point. You're wasting your time. Now, my argument for that is that, well, we're here, albeit we may not be in hundreds and hundreds, but we're making a stand, and we can put our hands on our hearts, and we can say, well, you know, while you sat at home and did nothing, at least we went out and tried. And I think that's your ethos as well, isn't it?
Absolutely right. Yeah, we're here. You know, as you say, some people say, well, I'll just sit around and see what happens. Far too many people have been sitting around and seeing what happens, and our country's gone to the dogs. Unless every last one of us get off our backside to do something, we'll lose the country altogether. You know, and you know, recently we had the riots. We had them here in Liverpool. They burnt out one of the McDonald's stores and a Primark store, and it was, you know, the usual crowd looting. But when the riots were on, our central office was receiving 15 times as many calls. Now that proves to me that there's a groundswell of support out there. As soon as the heat is on, people start ringing us to say, help, what's going to happen next? That proves that we've got the support out there. So look forward to them all sweeping over towards us.
Well, we'll see how it goes, and we've got the Stasi here. Oh, sorry, I mean the police force. Keeping their eye on us, and
no, you were right the first time.
Oh, was I? Sorry, right, yeah. I do apologise.
Particularly Merseyside.
Yes,
I've just encountered two very polite police officers, I have to say, nice blokes. But the vast majority of the Merseyside police are scumbags. We've encountered them in the town centre, where 10 of us have been surrounded by 300 to 400 screaming lefties for 4, 5, 6 hours, absolutely battering us with bottles, bricks, darts, incendiary devices, in Peter's case, as close as the troop truck is to us now, completely encircling us, and the coppers just stood there. And we had 3 elderly pensioners with us at the time. This has happened twice. The last one was absolutely horrific, and the coppers did absolutely nothing. They just laughed. When we were hit with eggs, bottles and stuff, they'd be standing as far away as these guys are now and just go, You know, so these are the people that are taking our taxes, and they're just scum. They don't deserve to be called Her Majesty's Police, frankly.
Well, we'll see how that pans out over the years, but, you know, getting back to the real reason we're here, question time, we're going there now. We're directing people from 3 RV points, and hopefully it'll be a good evening.
Well, it's an interesting one, this, because as we've just seen the venue as we drove past, it's in an old warehouse which is like 100 years old, and we've just driven around Liverpool city centre, and you from the northeast, you've seen all the wonderful buildings we've got here. We've got St George's Hall, we've got the Town Hall, loads of wonderful buildings showing our heritage. And the Christian side of it, St George's Hall is not PC with the BBC because it's a saint, and they don't want to promote Christianity. So they brought their Question Time programme down to this horrible old warehouse, which is a multicultural venue, you know, and that's why it was set up.
Well, I would suggest, and I'll thank you for that, Mike. I'm going to go back to Derek now. I would suggest that perhaps the real reason that they've done that with the warehouse is perhaps St George's Hall was a little bit expensive, and I would suggest that they actually raise their television licence so that we can all pay a little bit more in order to get into such plush venues. So we'll see how it goes tonight, folks. Thank you for watching so far. Right, here we are, folks. We're outside of the BBC Question Time building. As you can see, we've created quite a bit of a stir here. People's been asking me why we're here. Well, I think I mentioned a little bit about it earlier. We're here to express our disgust at the BBC, who are pointing their finger at us and telling us to get our house in order, when in actual fact they've got a filthy cesspit of a house of their own. You know, convicted paedophiles, child rapists, murderers and thieves. So before the BBC point the finger at us, I think seriously they need to get their own house in order. Now you can see there's quite a few people here tonight. It's a cracking night. The weather is absolutely lovely. Bit surprised by that, being the west coast of course, because the rain normally comes in from the side here, but hopefully it'll stay nice and we'll be able to crack on with our demonstration here peacefully and protest against what we believe is a complete and utter waste of our money with the every passing time that we pay our TV licence fee. Remember, folks, you're paying for the BBC.
Go home! Go home, you scum! Show your homage to the Turkish truth!
Fed up with lab and common sleaze, then vote BNP.
I did an interview earlier with a reporter, and he says, well, you know, what are you hoping from the people up there? That's the UAF and their likes. And I says, well, I hope that one day they can just scratch the surface a little bit deeper and wake up and unplug themselves from the matrix as we did. Time now, it's about 6 o'clock. We've been here for about an hour and a half now. This is the time that the audience are allowed in, and they're just walking past us here now to get themselves in there. Now, interestingly enough, when you apply to be in the audience of Question Time, they ask you various questions about your ethnicity. They also ask you various things about your political views. And I was having a look on their website, and I saw that they asked you that if you were voting in the next election, who would you vote for? And there's a long list. I believe there's about 13 different political parties on there. The British National Party, ironically, considering we're the fourth largest political party in this country, we're not on there. We would come under other, and you would have to write British National Party on the bottom there. So obviously begs the question as to whether you would get in or not if you wrote that. I would hazard a guess that you wouldn't. So we'll see how things go, see how things pan out, but we're doing a very good job here, standing up for what we believe in against the tyranny that is the BBC, their brainwashing organisation and the brainwashing organisation of our country. Now you see that I'm holding a flag here. Some people have asked me what the flag is. It's our County Durham flag, and we're very proud to be here as representatives from County Durham, and hopefully wake up a few of our people and let them see what's really going on in their beloved country. We're down here now, and we've left the demonstration. The reason we've done that is getting quite harum-scarum up there, and it's getting quite violent. We're expecting bricks to be thrown and bottles. Police don't seem to be doing very much about that, so we want to take our people out of that equation. We're not here for violence. We're here to make a genuine protest against the BBC. Hopefully the day went well. I'd like to thank everybody who did come here today. You know, this is us making our voice heard. People will often say, well, why'd you bother? Well, the fact is we have bothered. We've done what we can with what we have, and we can put our hands on our hearts and say that we've tried. So again, thank you to those folks who've come today. Hopefully there'll be a lot more of you who will come and join our demonstrations in the future, because this isn't a one-off. This is going to be happening on a regular basis. This is the British National Party on the up and on the move, and looking after our people and fighting for the rights of our people.